Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of the rock and the Clippers starting five. We got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there at Porter. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the five. Now, here's George. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And Leonard gets it to go.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Pass to Jokic. Porter against Leonard. Porter kicks to Barton. Inside, clock at 6. And they turn over the 21st-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George passes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Now here's Murray. Down low, here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Beverley. Passes it to Leonard. To the paint. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Cousins.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Pass to Jokic. Knocks it loose. Murray against Beverley. Bull can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. George against Barton. Outside, George. And Cousins gets it to go.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Now, here's Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Outside, Porter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his second bucket.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Here's Beverley. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop.
So we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Barton against George. Barton kicks to Porter. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Outside Leonard. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Kicks to Leonard. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here is Morris. The feed to Rivers over Kennard. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Morris.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Jackson drives in, and the layup falls.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Luke Kennard out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Man in at the 3 spot. Pass to Green. Morris against Kennard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Dishes at the bowl. Batum against Porter. Now, here's Jokic. Off target from the baseline.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And the dunk by Batum.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
The Nuggets making a switch here. Martin is checked in, and the Clippers with the change here, too. Zubac is checked in for Paul George. Clippers leading by 10. Here's Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there. Kind of a glue guy.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Morris. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Beverly against Murray. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nuggets trail by 12. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Kennard against Porter. It's good. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Murray with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Porter. Here's Jokic. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Porter passes to Jokic. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to Porter. Barton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bol. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 14. Kennard kicks to Beverly. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Passes it to McGee. Here's Rivers. An easy 2 points on the layup. Rivers has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Zubac the pass to George. From deep. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Rivers. And it's off the back rim. No good. LA's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. George finds Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
You simply have to respect the passing ability of Paul George. His ability to read and react and make the right choice. So good.
Morris, left side. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And so it's Los Angeles with a... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Jokic is out there at Bol. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Murray, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic against Zubac. Good on the shot.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Back to Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Puts it up from 15. Jokic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 16. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Here's Murray. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
George passes to Leonard. Offline with his 3.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And it's George finishing it off.
This is how athletic Paul George is. An absolute monster around the rim.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Lays it up and banks it in.
Whoa, how sluggish was that defense?
Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And here's Morris for 3. That shot, no good. The Nuggets trail by 18. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Jackson drives in. Ibaka. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Jackson dishes to Ibaka.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
1:07 left in the third. Millsap passes to Rivers. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Pass to Kennard. From downtown, the shot will not fall. And the Nuggets going the other way. The pass to McGee. Lets it fly. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Kennard. Pass to Leonard. The 3. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's an 18-point game. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Mann passes to Kennard. He kicks to Leonard. Here's Mann. It's Kennard, top of the key. Over Rivers. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the shooting guard. And that one's good. Beverley.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The Nuggets trail by 20. Passes to Green. Outside Porter. The dish to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. They kick it out to Green. Takes a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe. And the fans clearly don't like that call.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Now Porter. To the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Murray against Beverley. Leonard on the wing. Zubats. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. Jokic inside. Working on Zubats. Here's Gordon. The kick out to Barton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dishes to Leonard. And there's the pass to Beverley. Back to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Here's Beverley. And it comes off the front of the rim. Nugget shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Barton passes to Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Beverley deciding where to go with it. The shot by George, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Porter kicks to Murray. It's Barton on the wing. Defended by Beverley. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Fader on the way. And that one good.
A focal point of this offense. Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
Passes it to Beverley. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Porter with the steal.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But in particular, a real good game it was for Paul George.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Patrick Beverley. There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's stolen by Green. Here is McGee. Campazzo defended by George. Outside Gordon. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The deep three from George. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Dozier. He's covered by Leonard. Outside, Green. Here's Dozier, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Bol in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Burke, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5. Jokic passes to Murray. Misses the 3. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Out to Hardaway. A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got the first 3 points tonight for Dallas. And here is Murray. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
The 3 for Doncic. And Bull pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's Barton with the drive. Bull kicks to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Barton. Here's Bull. The pass to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Cauley Stein with it. Out guarded by Barton. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. The three-pointer, no good. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Oh, Porter in position. Barton passes to Murray. To the inside. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proving to be a reliable passer.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. High release for Porzingis on his jump shots. Almost impossible to defend that.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and the shot is long.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
On the wing, Doncic, guarded by Porter. Murray left side. Martin left side. Shoots over Burke. Here's Murray. Pass to Bull. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by 5. Morris kicks to Rivers. Back to Morris. From deep three-point range.
And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Redick passes to Kleba. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
It's Redick on the wing over Rivers, and it's good off the back rim and in.
And Redick drains these shots constantly. I mean, senses and feels the separation and then capitalizes on it.
Morris outside. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Porter is out there at Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the point guard. Brunson against Murray. Brunson the pass to Melly. Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Murray. Outside Porter. Denver gets it back. Murray kicks to Morris. Porter against Kleba. And the wide open shot from Morris. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Porter. There's the dish to Murray. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Rob. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson's running.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Murray outside. Here's Jokic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Jokic has got his first basket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Brunson. And it's Denver with the rebound. Bulls got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Morris.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide-open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Morris, back to Millsap. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Doncic feeling it out. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Pass to Millsap. Morris outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Open shot by Murray. They get it again. The kick out to Porter. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Burke finds Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Down low, Jokic. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And so it's... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this video. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. They had the pieces in place for a nice... And that'll do it.
Stay in the east, but I move through the west. King on the talk, gotta with your chest. I've been around in the cloud and glad.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Burke is out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, down low. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Shot clock at 6. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Nuggets trail by 6. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And a wide open look for Porter. There's the pass to Bull. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And good that time. Bull's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. From about 19 feet, here's Cauley Stein. Now, Doncic. 6 points for him. Count the basket.
Good job that time by Doncic to keep aware of the clock. Nice job getting the shot off there.
Murray against Doncic. Murray surveying the D. Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Porter.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Barton outside. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Pass to Barton. Lets it go from 14. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Passes it to Reddick. Back to Brunson. To the paint. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Denver with a change here, too. McGee's checked in.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Chalk up 2 there. And now just a 5-point Dallas lead.
Excellent body control around the rim. Barton didn't let the defender distract him at all.
And the pass to Pop. Knocked away. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Campazzo. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
The Nuggets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Marjanovic. And again, Dallas turns it over. The Nuggets trail. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's Gordon. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And here we go. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Runs in the pass to Pop.
You know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Bounce pass from Millsap. 6 to shoot. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Doncic with it. 8 points for him. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas up 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Murray. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the small forward position. Here's Murray. The shot that time, not on target. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Reddick against Gordon. Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Jokic with the steal. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Denver with a change here, too. Morris is checked in for Rivers. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
When Hardaway Jr. is forcing the issue like that, it draws the defense's attention, and I like his aggressiveness as a scorer.
The first free throw is good. Hardaway hits them both. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Murray against Doncic. Now, here's Jokic. Tight defense on him. Deep two from Murray. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And the call up against Jokic. And that is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Doncic passes to Redick. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Doncic.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moment.
Here's Jokic. No good. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic outside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is where we make our move. This game is going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win." Kevin, you know what side he's on.
There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic kicks to Redick. Doncic bounce pass. Here's Porzingis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Well, you know, it's Porzingis' height that gives him the ability to see over and score over his opponents.
Murray, no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Doncic passes to Redick. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
Jalen Brunson, who's checked in for J.J. Redick. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray against Doncic. Murray kicks to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Jokic is really good in these pick-and-pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. And they double up Doncic. Passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. The three. 6 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Count that one.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Porzingis kicks to Brunson. From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. From deep. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
for the land of the...
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the end. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. Now, here's Leonard. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Now, here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. George with no one around. Zubac kicks to George. Off target from outside. Here's Dallas. Doncic with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Out to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pass to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Porzingis over Cousins. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
And the rejection by Marjanovic.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Porzingis and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
Good on the second free throw. Here's George. The dish to Beverly. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Left side, Porzingis. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for George. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Richardson, no luck.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And stolen by Richardson. Fast break, Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. A different look for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
That free throw good from Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Over to the wing. Inside. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. Batum grabs the miss. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Batum against Redick. Batum, good. Batum's got 5 now.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Doncic. Redick finds Doncic. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Doncic against Beverly. And that one's good. Doncic.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Beverly. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Redick's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. Clippers with the ball. Jackson looking around. Kennard for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now, here's Doncic. Right side, Redick. Back to Doncic. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Doncic has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Second quarter of action, about 1.5 minutes played. Doncic passes to Redick. Back to Doncic. Kleber kicks to Doncic. To the left wing. Outside, Redick. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 4. Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. And it's off from 3-point range. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Doncic gets it to go. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Marcus Morris. And George is subbed in for Kennard. Here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Jackson against Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Kristaps taking a little something out on that rim?
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. George passes to Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson down low. Brunson covering. 5 on the clock. Jackson kicks to George. The second chance effort. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Brunson. The pass to Hardaway. Now Marjanovic. Zubac defending. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Jackson against Brunson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. Cousins dishes to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Clippers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And you think about how Kawhi... Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Zubac in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas. A nice shot by George.
George is not settling for low percentage plays right now. He's putting the defense in a really tough position.
Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Pass to Burke. Now here's Kleba. Shot clock at 6. A baseline jam. And another basket for Dallas.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A 2-point game. Kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Brunson. Hardaway with it. Leonard picks him up. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Powell. boy, a lot of contact there, but and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. On the wing, George. Guarded by Doncic. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now Morris, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Just 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The pass to Powell. Drops in the layup for 2.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. To the inside, Morris. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Down low, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Beverly. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's George. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Richardson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Powell, the pass to Richardson. No good on the triple. Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside for George. Really left alone that time. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Brunson against Beverly. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Kleba. No good on the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Ibaka finds Morris. Here's Leonard. Powell pulls it in.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Kleba, the pass to Richardson. Stolen by Beverly. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but Feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It's good.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Trey Burke is out there with Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. Kennard's shot is off. Kennard's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A three-pointer, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Pass to man. Back to Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Doncic finds Hardaway. To the middle. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside Jackson. Dishes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Doncic passes to Burke. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now the pass to Porzingis. And with the rebound, the Clippers in the lead. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
And the first one drops. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Hardaway, to the paint. Here's Marjanovic, up and in on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Jackson with it. Left side, Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Hardaway from outside. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter.
Hardaway Jr. just stepping up big time.
And George kicks to Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Leonard looking around. And they pick up 2.
Very easily could have been and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Doncic's outside. Pass to Porzingis. He kicks to Hardaway. Doncic's outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't miss.
And they had a foul.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. The second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Down low, it's stolen by Ibaka, and here's the fast break. Pass to Kennard. Back to George. So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. Coming right up. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Now, here's Jokic. Denver passing it around. To the inside. Shoots over Zubats, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Here's Beverly to the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Murray against Leonard. Stolen by Beverly. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Such a hounding defender. Beverly timing the steal and initiating the break.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
It's how a lot of people play now. Rebounding techniques have changed over the years. Purists would say, not for the better.
Now, here is George. And he's good on the three ball.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
The pass to Dozier. Back to Murray. Inside, Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Zubats. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. To the middle, stolen by Zubats. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Murray from 15 feet away. Now, here's George. Defense is right there. High post, Zubats. George, no good.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Dozier. 6 on the shot clock. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. To the paint, Paul George with the steal. Down low, here's Cousins. And Ball pulls it down.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
Murray with it. George picks him up. Murray the pass to Dozier. And here's Jokic. And the shot goes in. Jokic has got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Zubats. 6 to shoot. Leonard kicks to Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Murray the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Gordon. Murray right side. Over Beverly. Again, the Nuggets score.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Stolen away. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here is Morris. To the inside. And the dunk by Batum.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Now Porter. Puts up a three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
Batum is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Mann in at the three. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. It's blocked. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly headed to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Morris finds Kennard. From deep three-point range. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Beverley. 5 points in the game. Kennard, the pass to Beverley. Kicks it to Batum. Lock at 6. Now here's Kennard. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside positions.
Morris outside. Rivers against Kennard.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Morris. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Millsap. And finished off by Porter.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Beverley dishes to Morris. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Good. George has got 5.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
Murray surveying the D. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's Jokic. Here's Gordon. Whistle blows. Bucket is. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Murray after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Murray. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Leonard inside, defended by Gordon. In the corner, Kennard with it. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
And here is Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Stolen by Zubac. Nobody near Leonard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end. And
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by... Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Now here's Murray. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Here's Dozier. The Clippers grab the miss.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 10. Murray outside. Outside Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. The shot. Can't nail the jumper. Los Angeles leading by 10. George dishes to Cousins. To the wing right side. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Murray kicks to Dozier. To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And here is Los Angeles now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Leonard against Gordon. 5 to shoot. Leonard draws the double. Over to the left wing. Cousins, no one around him. Outside for George. Outside Leonard. Jacks up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And there's the pass to Dozier. It's Jokic top of the key. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the game. Los Angeles leading by 12. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Ibaka, the pass to Morris. Now, here's Kennard. Back to Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
Morris passes to McGee. Back to Morris. Over Kennard. The kick out to Porter. From 13. Right side Millsap. Over Jackson. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
In the corner, Kennard with it. There's the dish to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. Fires it up. Ibaka, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 14. Porter outside. On the wing, Porter. He kicks it to Barton. Here's McGee. Here's Porter. Back to Barton. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
Here's George following the basket by Jokic. George looking around. Shot from 12. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Clippers lead by 14. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Murray outside. Ibaka against Jokic. Over Ibaka. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
In the pick and roll, I like confidence. Leonard showing as a facilitator, his game just continues to ascend.
Now here's Murray. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. 2 points. That one goes.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Beverley with the ball. Dishes it to Leonard. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Pass to Jokic. Down low. Here's Millsap. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. And the first one at the line is good.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Morris. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 14. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. From deep. Jokic grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard kicks to Ibaka from the wing. Rebound by the Nuggets. The drive by Jokic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 14 points for Jokic.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Now here's Jackson. There's 1:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Kennard for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gordon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now here's Jackson. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Here's Jokic. Unable to get that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
Their superior ball handling, 1 and 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for George.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Jackson dishes to Morris. Out to the wing. Ibaka in the post. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now here is Morris. Pass to Jokic. Launches it. Porzingis with the rebound. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now here's Doncic. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Millsap with the steal. Hardaway with the steal. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. Doncic, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Jokic. Here's Millsap out to Morris. Fires the 3. He can't get that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Takes the 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Guys, you want to be able to score from all 3 levels, and Hardaway Jr. is capable. That instance, mid-range is on point.
Passes to Millsap. Murray surveying the D. Back to Millsap. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Inside, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Gordon, and Millsap slams it in.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic finds Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Porter. 5 on the clock. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Bull, the pass to Dozier. Lets it go. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Brunson scanning the floor. And here's Doncic from the arc. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets leading by 4. Rivers passes to McGee. And stolen by Redick. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Doncic. Here's Dozier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No good. Shot missing. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Richardson trying to break loose. Was shot by Redick. No good. Nuggets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Brunson against Rivers to the paint and stolen by Bull. Here's Dozier, buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks...
And that does it for the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Brunson. From outside, off the mark. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Cauley Stein against Jokic. Off target with the open look.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And Redick kicks to Finney-Smith. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Morris. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Gordon for 3. Here's Jokic. The pass to Millsap. Kicks it out to Gordon. From deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Martin's checked in for Morris. And then for Dallas. Zingas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Doncic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Millsap has the open look. The Nuggets with another miss. Mavericks trail by 12.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent, and now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Trey Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Dozier. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks trail by 12. And here is Burke. Doncic with it. Picked up by Rivers. The tray. And that one's good. Burke. Burke's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Dozier passes to Bull. Pass to Dozier. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bull.
And, you know, entering the draft, Bull was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Now, here's Burke. Not a lot of room. To the middle, here's Richardson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Dozier can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 9. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Pass to McGee. To the inside, and stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. The 3 for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead early. Dozier kicks to Rivers. Passes it to Dozier. Off target from outside. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Denver Nuggets.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They've got the 7-point lead. And big fella. And that'll about do.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Brunson against Gordon. Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Cauley Stein. No good there. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Deflects the pass. Kleba kicks to Brunson. Richardson the pass to Brunson. Hardaway for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Morris with the ball. And the pass to Jokic. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Millsap finds Morris. From outside the arc. Another shot and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Hardaway. Pass to Jokic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Jokic kicks to Murray. Shot clock at 5. Goes up from the top of the key.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Doncic feeling it out. Out to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas, no good that time either.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
McGee's shot is off. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 10-point game. Dallas again missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pass to Porter. He dishes it to McGee. Outside Porter.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got his first points of the game.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Here's Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. From past the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bulls got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Dozier. Down low. The kick out to Porter. Shoots it up. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Porter's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy.
And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Powell. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Melly in at the 4.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleba comes in for Nicolo Melli. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the wide open shot from Morris. They get it back. Jokic finds Gordon. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Gordon. There's the triple. Morris, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Now Morris. Passes to Millsap. Kicks it to Murray. Morris outside. He gets it in there. Mavericks trail by 10. Doncic outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside, Porzingis. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass.
You've got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
The pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. Millsap against Kleba. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Tries again. Jokic buries the 7-footer. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here is Doncic. Inside, here's Finney Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Morris. Again, the miss by Morris.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Out to Porzingis. To the inside. Here's Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Murray against Doncic. And so they foul intentionally for the Nuggets. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Monte Morris. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Jokic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Millsap kicks to Rivers. Back to Millsap. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. That's a hand on it.
Oh, a nice defensive play. Alter the shot, then stay right there to clean up the glass.
Back to Brunson. Over Murray. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Rivers with it. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Barton. Outside Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. The 3 for Doncic. Laces one from 3.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Burke. And it's Hardaway in at small forward. Now, here is George. The pass to Zubac. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Pushing it up. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here now the Clippers. Now George. Passes it to Beverley. Back to George. This one for 3. The shot that time not on target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Now here's Beverley. Right side Leonard. Here's George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Doncic with it. Over in the corner, Porzingis. No good with the triple. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Nobody near George. Finds himself wide open and drills it. George has got his second basket of the game. Here are the Mavericks now. And here is Doncic. Here's Kleba. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Zubac. Back to Beverley. Outside, George. Clock is at 3.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Here's Burke. That 3 off the mark. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Burke with the ball. Doncic, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And here are the Mavericks now after the Clippers pick up 2. Got a piece of it. Doncic kicks to Burke. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. That one drops for him. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this team.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Hardaway. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. That's good from Bird on the assist by Doncic.
Doncic, so multifaceted, a stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping down.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubats. Now here is George. Burke covering. And the basket is good. George has got 6. Mavericks trail by 4. Now, here's Doncic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Pass to Finney Smith. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. Here's Jackson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
You've got Jalen Brunson. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Richardson. And it's Melly in at the 3. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now, here's Beverly. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Morris against Powell. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Excellent focus that time from Powell on the defensive end. Saw the opportunity, went for the filch, and got it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Batum with the steal. Here's Kennard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Doncic outside. Richardson right side. Now Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Boy, he's a pro at tricking defenders. You can tell Doncic enjoys getting guys in the air with that pump fake.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 6. George dishes to Beverly. Now the pass to Cousins. From deep, George buries it from 3-point range. George has got 9.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Richardson against George. Pass to Marjanovic. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac finds Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And yes, it's good. George has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Over Beverly. And it's Doncic missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And George gets it to go.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Marjanovic. And he comes up with the deuce.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
George passes to Leonard. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Back to Beverly. Lets it go with a three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Richardson. No good on the shot. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard on the wing. Back to Cousins. To the middle. Here's George. Zubac. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Doncic with it. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Paul George.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. He's been... And...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Beverly. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Beverly the pass to Zubac. Doncic outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Clippers leading by 6. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And here is Zubac. Leonard inside. Guarded by Hardaway. Leonard dishes to Cousins. Shoots from the right block. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Man, he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Dirk finds Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backdoor. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Shot is good in the Los Angeles Leafs. Cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Doncic.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Here's the pass to Kennard. Over Burke. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got his second basket. And so it's Dallas with him. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Out left to the wing. Here's Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Passes it to Kennard. We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Count that one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Doncic against Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Doncic passes to Burke. Back to Doncic. Burke kicks to Doncic. From the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris, left side. To the paint. Now, here's Kennard. Burke covering. Shot's good by Kennard.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Charity stripe shot. And it's Doncic missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Jackson can't connect. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Maxi Kleber is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Pass to Marjanovic. Pass to Finney-Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
George passes to Mann. And stolen by Redick. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Kleber. The pass to Finney-Smith. Now Redick. To the middle. It's tipped. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Doncic.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Right side George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
A different look for Dallas. Foul, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Cousins is checked in. Dallas calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Porzingis in for Powell. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for Patrick Beverley. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Thank you, David. Here's George. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Outside, George. Pass to Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Ibaka. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. The Mavericks trail it. To tie it up. Shoots over Leonard. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Knocked loose and stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Pull-up jumper. The shot is good off the backboard. And the Clippers lead by 4. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Doncic outside. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Josh Richardson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Luke Kennard. Leonard. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. George against Redick. 5 on the clock. Cousins, the pass to Zubac. And here's George for 3. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Beverly against Doncic. He feeds it to Redick. Back to Doncic. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
George finds Zubac. Outside Leonard. From deep. Offensive rebound. Outside for George. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win under just. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Thank you.